Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everybody. Hope all of you are doing well. We're going to inshallah take a look at today's analysis on Bitcoin dominance and see what is it signaling us. So right now, the Bitcoin dominance has closed below 60%. And what does it mean for us for the short term, and what does it mean for us for the long term? We need to be prepared. As if you have been following the videos lately, I have talked a lot about Bitcoin going down, but there's always gonna be change of sentiment and everything, so we have to be prepared for everything. Now, as I can see this flag forming, I expect this, since it has closed below, I expect this to still fall down and come lower, inshallah, which our altcoins and our signals should work properly and go into profit. So far everything is good, but strictly I'm saying to you that nothing I say here is a financial advice. And if something happens and if it goes wrong, here will be our stop loss. It will be triggered very quickly, and we will have a very quick stop loss hit. But if it doesn't happen, we will be going inshallah in profit. On the other hand, if we check Dixie, Dixie is also breaking this trend line, which is very good for us. We wanted this Dixie to fall. Now, if you see a little bit of going up and down in the market, it's because of the market manipulation, obviously. But soon it should be realized and it should put us back into the bullishness for Bitcoin, at least for the short term, until we can go above 107K. But if it gets rejected twice and we make a double top on Bitcoin, we will get out. Here's another chart that I showed you guys earlier on Dixie, that it has rejected again from 100 level, and right now it's at 99.35, which is super good for us. This is what we want, and we want US dollar to absolutely crash. That is the uh, that is the point of crypto. Like, this thing is deflationary, and this US dollar is inflationary and Bitcoin is deflationary. Obviously, when this thing comes down, crypto market in general, everything goes up against it. That's what we are here for. Now, let's take a look at one more signal that we have here, which is ETH BTC, that at the moment it still stays strong above this line that it has closed. And this was the scenario that I gave you months ago, that it will come to this point, and it did. Now we are at a small resistance, which is fine, which it can be taken out at any moment. But if we reach at 0.035 and we couldn't cross it, then it would mean a bad thing for the Ethereum and all the Ethereum tokens, obviously. So that's what we should have our eyes on. At the moment, you can see that there is a small rejection, but there are other indicators that points out that we are still in a good position. On the other hand, if we see USDT dominance, it has a good bounce from this, and you can see it's still trending up. But soon, I expect this to be rejected from this recent support that it has broken. So we have very small push, maybe like another 1% at max, then it should fall. But if it climbs above this and retest, then it will be bad for us. So this is the scenario that you should be looking at, and the current scenario is something like this that should happen on USDT. And I will show you some things that have already started reacting to this. as we move forward. Let's go and take a look at total. You can see that we have a good rejection, and I gave you this probability uh, even before it was going to fall. So we had this support, but we were talking about this resistance that if this doesn't get reclaimed, we are looking for a potential downward movement, and you can see that it's still valid on total. We can still expect it to reach these levels, but this support that was broken and it was touched multiple times, it was reversed, and we had a good push until we reached this level. Now, this is the reason I'm still expecting that we might make another push toward the upper side. So let's see how that will go. But if it closes below this level, that would also mean bearish for crypto and Bitcoin. Then we can expect lower levels. And you can see the same scenario in total too. The same scenario in total, which is one is here and the other one is here on total 3, which is for altcoins, and maybe they will do something like this, like a little bit lower than where we are right now, which is still a possibility that we can look into. But if it goes below this, then it would also mean uh, that all the altcoins are going to lose significantly. The other good reason that I have for the overall market other than Bitcoin, which is the others chart, if we see this trend line broken and also these recent resistances, they are all broken with this candle, although we have a level of supply that it almost reached it, but it is retesting this level of support and it will fight this level. So this is the main reason we have entered the altcoins, as well as the BTC dominance as one of those reasons that I expected to go down. Okay, so once we get finished with all of this, then I will tell you my general view and the summary of it, of what I think is most likely the probability and how we can prepare for it. So we have a level of demand at 103,600 to 103,200 on Bitcoin, which it should be reclaimed. So if we extend this, you can see that this recent resistance was also broken, which first time we took profit and we let the rest go up until here. Then we took profit again and we sold Bitcoin because of the potential dump that could happen in the market. So if you see, it is forming a down trend like so. It it is not perfect, but it is a downtrend. That's the scary part. That if we go below this, then we can maybe expect going below 98 to 92,000 and 91,500, which is the lower demand level, which is the last place that Bitcoin can hold. Now, one should be prepared for all the scenarios, right? If you really, really expect the market to be fruitful for you, you need to be trading this way every single move. If you're trading, but if you're not, you can just keep accumulating the lower levels and wait for some years for Bitcoin to go toward where it is actually headed. 200K, then 500, then maybe $1 million. Who knows? But that's for the long term. But what we do is we keep collecting money, we keep trading these levels, we keep making money until we reach those levels. We will have more Bitcoin, we will have more altcoins accumulated, then potentially we will be making more money. Now, for Ethereum, you can see that we are above this range or this zone that previously was broken, but it is reclaimed, and what could be expected as 3,900 to $4,000. That's why you see this scenario. And let's see if that is going to happen. This could mean as well a signal at 3,478. If Ethereum comes, then it could be a potential uh, signal that you can take. And obviously, if you count the risk, it will be very, very less. If you want to enter, you can enter there at its lowest point. So let's see, like 2% stop loss. And let's see Solana as well. So Solana, you can see that it is right at this level that I have given you guys signal, which we have 1% or 1.5% at max stop loss. If this gets broken, then we will obviously get out, because this resistance is broken, but we do have a level of demand in 1 hour. This is the reason that I have entered here, and I will expect it to go up, inshallah. But if not, then I will accept the loss and get out of the market for good. Sol BTC as well is in this bear flag, you can call, but it is on a level of support at the moment that if it's going to be held, we can expect this to actually break higher than breaking lower. So let's see if that will happen. This is not any speculation. We see all the probabilities. You can see that we do have some higher lows in a way, making and Solana against Ethereum, which is also a good thing. So it is expected for this to be fruitful instead of Ethereum at the moment. Dogecoin. Dogecoin, we did take profit. I still think there is a little bit of room and it might just do something like this very quickly before actually going down. So the stop loss for this will also be 1 or 2% just below this box if you would want to enter. Otherwise, wait for the breakout to do this, then you can enter above at 18 cents. Let's take a look at Doge BTC. So Doge BTC is strong at the moment. We might come and test here before actually going up. That is one of these scenarios, but if it gets weakened and lower than that, I don't know what is going to happen. Then we will see by the time it takes an action there. Next thing, we have Doge against Ethereum, which is holding properly this level of demand. There is a small level of demand that it is trying to hold. Previously a support level as well that tried to break, but it wasn't. Now we can see it is trying to push, which is a good thing, and Doge will perform better against Ethereum in my sense. um, let's see. Okay, gold is at a position like this. What do I think would happen here? So if we see, we were rejected before, it fell below this trend line, it came back, it retested, it continued going down, we got rejected again, it broke the trend line, it fell below, it is now trying to retest. So do I expect this to fall back below? Yes, I do, unless it breaks this structure completely toward the upside. Then I would expect gold to outperform Bitcoin. And in this sense, it would mean that Bitcoin would be going down and gold is the one that will be performing. Now, if you see at this gold chart, which I have sent you guys as well in the community, by the way, I talked about the community. If you want to be part of our community, it's for free. You can join, but if you want to go on premium, it is also available for you. It is $49 a month. But if you come on long term commitment, we want to give you at $25 a month, which will be a lot cheaper, like 50%, so you can gain benefit of staying for a long period of time and studying with us if you think we teach good. Otherwise, it's up to you. You can go and study from anywhere you want. Now, coming back to the chart, gold is at a level of resistance. And what can I expect here? You can see we previously had this 4,200 broken, but I still think we might not just go here. But if it does, there is a level that I am looking at, which what would it mean for Bitcoin? If Bitcoin goes lower, it might just fake out 98,000 if it goes lower. In this sense, just seeing the gold chart, and gold should be rejected then from 4,200. But at the moment, I still think there is no valid breakout. More than that, I see a pin bar here plus not a good candle close. So what do I expect is gold should come down unless we see a breakout and retest of this structure. We can expect gold to go back parabolic, maybe even break 4,400 levels and go to 500 then higher. That's for the future. Let's not speculate and stick to the game. This is what I think for now. Let's see if that would take action. So, to wrap it up, we're still holding this line of support on Bitcoin and so many altcoins that I have given to you, including Zcash and some others. They are in profit. If you go and check on the signals group, you will find it there on WhatsApp community. Anyways, it is shared for the premium, by the way, not for the public. For the public, we just do Bitcoin. And if you want to gain all these signals and all these four major coins that are actually very accurate most of the time whenever I analyze them, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Dogecoin, I will keep analyzing it here so you guys can benefit, but it will be explanatory, so every person that is new, they know what to actually do instead of just gambling their money and not knowing what they're doing. Although it's a spot and you will not lose any money, but it's still important to manage your risk and everything with it. So, that being said, what else is there? Yes, and gold. If you're trading gold, I keep analyzing gold for you guys, and you can see that we have some very nice structures. The reason I don't give you buy signals or sell signals in gold is because we are not trading gold. We are not here for gold. We are here for crypto. And in few years, gold wouldn't matter as much as Bitcoin and crypto matters. So be sure of that and be aware of what you are holding and learn what is the next big thing. Anyway, I think that is it. I have given you all the levels to look for, all the different scenarios. If we go down or we go up, what can you expect? Alhamdulillah for all the knowledge. All praise and thanks be to Allah. See you inshallah